Hi there. I wanted to go through a little bit about how to use Pearson. And then the nice thing is that most of the math classes you'll be taking will be using the same platform. So once you get used to it, then it'll help for your next classes won't be quite as intimidating with this Pearson. Okay, when you sign in, you're not going to have as many boxes. You're going to have one. And this is the box that you're going to click on, Math 0900, anywhere in the box. You just click on it. And then you're going to see something like this. So we're going to talk about how do you do the homework and some other features of Pearson that might help you. Okay, looking at this right here, if you look at this little circle over here on the right-hand side, that is your percent in the class. So that's a way to know how you're doing because it'll update immediately whenever you submit an assignment. Also, over here on the sidebar, there will be a grade book. Let's see, there's a student grade book right there. And that'll also show you your grade. It'll tell you how you're doing on tests, your percentage in homework, percentage in quizzes. So it breaks it down a little bit better with the student grade book. So those are a couple of places to know what your grade is in the class. And then at the end of the semester, I just transfer them over to Canvas. Now then, looking at this here, we have a calendar. I suggest that you go and look at a month over here, see a month's worth. And this right here, this 18th, these are not due. This is when I just started the class. Over here on the 28th, you have 3 assignments that are due on the 28th. And you do need to do those because I need to turn my census in, I believe, on the 30th to let them know if you're in the class or not, if they should just kick you out. So make sure you do something before the 30th. I can let you know for sure. All right, so when you want to do a homework assignment, you can click on these individually and you can get to the homework assignment. Or if you scroll down, right here, you've got current assignments. You have 5 of them. You have a Pearson orientation. You could click on this and it'll take you. We'll do that here in a second. This is that optional practice test with respond as lockdown. This is optional. It's not going to affect your grade. It's one question. It's just to make sure that you're ready to take the exams with the lockdown browser. Here you have an assignment. It's due on January 28th. It doesn't give you a score. This tells you how many questions are on the assignment. Most of these are pretty quick. So don't let that intimidate you, the 32 questions, because they shouldn't take you too long. Now, I want to talk about this past due as well. The past due assignments depend upon the month that you're looking at. So if you wanted to go back and redo an assignment from January, make sure you're looking at January. In February, you could look at past due assignments that were due in February. So the past due assignments depend upon what month you're looking at that time. And you can see that there's a couple of assignments due on the 11th. You also have a test on the 11th. So, and then there's going to be a couple on the 4th. For some reason, they're not showing up on February 4th. I'll go back and look at that. So that's, again, past due, make sure that you're looking at the month that they were due in. All righty. Now, when it comes to this Pearson orientation, the Pearson orientation, it kind of explains and goes through how to fill in your answers on Pearson on the assignments. And if you have trouble with that, if you look at this Welcome to My Math Lab, you can go to here and how to enter answers. So this is a short video on how to enter some of the answers and some of the features that you have available in Pearson to you. You can have view an example is at the bottom. You can go to an e-text. You can help me solve this, and they'll go through step by step how to solve a certain problem. View an example is really nice. Let's look at that real quick. Let's just pick an assignment. Let's just do this homework assignment. I clicked on it. You can either press question number 1 or you can press start. All right, whichever. So we'll just go to question number 1. Oh, before I forget to tell you, Pearson uses pop-ups. You must enable pop-ups for Pearson. Now, if you go here, I think I'm gonna get out of this right now. On this URL code, this I don't know what to call it. Anyways, this link here, sometimes there'll be a red X that appears here. If you push that red X, and it'll say always allow pop-ups for Pearson. Sometimes you have to do that a couple of times, and then the computer says, oh, I got it. This is if you have Windows. If you have a Mac, you have to figure it out. You have to allow pop-ups for Pearson. My 3 daughters had Macs. That's something I'm not familiar with, but a red X will show up here in this bar, and you just have to click on it and always allow pop-ups for that. Okay, big D. That is, because otherwise it's just, it won't do anything, and you're like, what's going on? But you have to allow pop-ups. Maybe I'll send out an email saying you have to allow pop-ups. All right. I went to question number 1 on this one. No, this one doesn't have what I wanted. Okay, you see down here at the bottom, it has help me solve this on this question number 12. View an example, get more help. Let's talk about that. You don't have to do the skill builder or anything like that. Can I move this up a little bit? All right, I just made it larger. Okay, I don't know if you guys can see that. All right, so view an example. I'm going to go smaller again. Here, help me solve this. If you use the help me solve this, what it does is it'll go through the question that's given and talk you through it step by step. And then when you're done, it'll give you a whole new question. If you don't want a whole new question, you've already done some work on this one, you don't want to start all over again, you can do the view an example. The view an example will give you an example on how to solve it. So, you can kind of decide if you want to start all over again, you can do the help me solve this. The help me solve this is a little bit more in depth because they have you fill in blanks, but view an example, you just kind of have to follow it. So most of the time we use view an example. Also, if you wanted to get more help, if you click on get more help, you can go click on the textbook and it'll take you to the page of the textbook that has information for that problem. Or you can say, ask my instructor. If you do the ask my instructor, it'll email me this question and how you answered it, and then I can get back to you later. May not be right away, but I'll try to get back to you as soon as I can. All righty. So again, those are just a couple of nice little things. Also, if you miss a problem, if we just put in like, we're going to miss this problem. If you miss it 3 times, you can do a similar question and it'll allow you to get full credit for the problem. So let's say I put in 4 and I go down here and I check my answer. It's incorrect. So then I put in, you say, okay, I'll put in 8. Check my answer. It's still, try it again. You get 3 chances. And then we'll put in a 9. Final check. So this is the correct answer, and this is what we answered. Okay, you can go to a skill builder. I don't want you to necessarily go to the skill builder. What I'd rather you do is go to a similar question. You don't have to do the skill builders. Okay, so don't do the skill builders. You can just do a similar question. It gives you another one to try for full credit. And you can just keep doing this all day. 3 more, 3 more. All right. And to answer those. So that's what similar question does. I'm not sure about the skill builder. I don't want you guys to have to use the skill builder. So I may try to take that off. And you see, it's got a red X, meaning that you missed it. And once you have it right, it'll do a green. Okay, but you can just kind of keep going similar question, similar question. And then you've got the view an example, get more help. All right. Well, that's kind of a short leave. It usually saves it when you leave, but you may want to push the save. And, then you can go to any question at any time and you can resume. All righty. So that's just kind of a quick thing on entering answers. And again, watch that video. Let me see if I can go back. Yeah. Watch this video on how to enter answers, and that might help you as well in doing these assignments. But they'll show up down here, and you just click on them and get started. Let's see, also in the grade book, you can kind of see what you've done and the assignments. Another thing I wanted to show you is the video resource library over here on the left. If you click on that, if for some reason you're watching a video and you don't like the way I explained it, that's fine. There's other options. Or if you're in another math class and you miss a day, you can find out what they did, and you can come here and it'll give you some instructions on that section. So let's say chapter 3, fraction notation, and it's a certain section, factorization, that's giving you some issues. You can select all the media types, find it. And again, we're in that video and resource library. And then it gives you some things to click on to maybe explain it in a different way than what I am. All right. And that might help you. Or if you've missed something, you can come here and get an idea of what's going on for your assignments. There's animation, a multimedia textbook. There's a bunch of videos that you can watch on that certain subject. So there are some nice things about Pearson. The only bad thing about Pearson is you have to type your answers in like they want it. And it's not that you're wrong, they just don't like your answer, so they count it wrong. On tests, I go through them. And if Pearson was too picky, then I give you full credit. But on homework and stuff, you'll just have to figure that out. Now, again, there's an there's an e-text here you can look at. So that's why you don't really need to buy the book. Excuse me. The e-text is embedded in here that you can look at any time. So trying to think if I missed anything. Grade book, assignments. Let's go back. Oh, I didn't like that. Let's course home, student view. So, you know, hopefully nothing will come up if I didn't forget anything, but just, you know, kind of click on these, and I suggest you go at a month, view a month at a time, and I think you'll do fine. And let me know if you run across some issues. Say, I don't know how to enter. I don't know what I'm doing wrong on this one. And I'd love to help you. So we can just Zoom, or you can meet me on the campus, whichever. All right, well, I hope that was kind of some help in getting started on this platform. This is where you're going to be spending most of your time, because this is where your homework and quizzes and stuff are going to show up. As I assign them, as I open them up, they appear here. Oh, maybe I should also tell you, they'll also appear if you go over here on the left, assignments. They also appear on the assignments. So here, right down here, it shows you where they're due, and you can pick which one you like to look at. Maybe you want to just go to assignments and then pick them, and they'll tell you what your score is. And I think right here on C score should be a 0, yeah, because we missed that one. So anyways, all righty, great. Let me know if I can help. Otherwise, I'll just talk with you later. Bye-bye.